Okay, thank you very much, everyone, for your effort and the generosity in providing your time to have this session. So I appreciate that. So in order to make our time most meaningful, it will be beneficial for us to start the session with setting beneficial motivation. So that would be best if we set altruistic motivation. Whatever the positive energy that we gather collectively through discourse in Dharma and making presence of your body and the mind for this session, all to be complete cause for numberless sentient beings, peace and happiness, all the way up to the benefit of full enlightenment. And that also we try to establish on the basis of relying on perfect enlightened guide or the teacher or the guru, the Buddha, and unmistaken path that Buddha showed, that is the Dharma, and reliable inspirational companies or friends, spiritual friends, those of the Sangha that who actualize Buddha's path in actual realizations. So simply by refreshing refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha and re-strengthening our altruistic motivation. So in order to do that, I will recite the refuge and bodhicitta prayers. From your side, you can get into meditation, reflecting all those practices. Sangye Chodang Soje Chonala, Chanju Badu Dani Jasunje, Daji Soje Be Sonamji, Dola Benjre Sangye Jubara. Sangye Chodang Soje Chonala, Chanju Badu Dani Jasunje, Daji Soje Be Sonamji, Dola Benjre Sangye Jubara. Sangye Chodang Soje Chonala, Chanju Badu Dani Jasunje. Daje Jinso Jebe Zonam Je Lola Benjre Sanje Jubara Kange Doze Ne Zone Dawadam Jebam Beje Dabeje Ne Benje Bang Godam Dela Chatse Tongye Ninje Zondo Jube Lama Zeje Zejo Kanje Dende Chana Bemo Tenzin Jazola Sowa Depso Da Ju Chinje Semje damje dewa dang dewe ju dang dembra ju je semje damje dunga dang dunga je ju dang dawra ju je semje damje dunga me pe dewa dang mi dawa ju je semje damje gire cha dang ni dang dawe dang yon lan debra ju ro je semje damje dewa dang dewe ju dang dembra ju je semje damje dunga je ju dang dawra ju je semje damje dunga me pe dewa dang mi dawa ju je semje damje gire cha dang ni dang dawe Tanyola nebra juroji, zemje damje dewa dang, dewe judang dembra juje, zemje damje dunga dang, dunga ji judang dawa juje, zemje damje dunga mebe dewa dang mi dawa juje. Zemje damje nire jadang nidang dawe, tanyola nebra juroji. So we do the mandala offering practice. Saje Beje Joji Medo Damare Rableje Ninde Jembande Sanje Jindu Mide Buvaye Jobu Namda Jinlan Chubarai Jo Daje Lunga Yezolon Jude Zonja Zoje Reje Meda Zambo Guzanzo So Jobale Lane Lama Yedam Kunjo Zonlan Bu Tuje Wanje Shinyen Dala Jinjen Latu So Ye Damanguru Rana Mendala Kamne Yandaya. Okay, so since today is last session for this topic, learning about the practice of offering, so I will straight away go into the text where we left last time, which is on the basis of the Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche's compiled offering practice text. We are going through the practice to accumulate the most extensive merit with the light and other offerings. We have done briefly the motivation part. Then we also have done the importance of blessing the offerings and the disadvantage of not blessing the offerings. So today we will go through the, based on the text here, that's outline of making charity to sentient beings of the six realms. So we will go through that. First of all, as I mentioned also in the last sessions, that we are extremely fortunate to have this kind of concise, complete, and at the same time, it's extensive offering practice, text, the manual text, which compiled by our most precious Guru, Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche, who, to whom we all know, even within the Tibetan Buddhist community, that Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche is exceptional, unique, in particularly in relation to making offerings, so that we can witness, even just from this text, how detailed that Rinpoche goes into the offering practices, and also Rinpoche's life, itself been the greatest offerings and charity, offerings to all the Buddhas and Gurus, and charity to all the sentient beings, starting with human society within the southern world. The Rinpoche reach out from the great Sangha communities, those monastic institutions, all the way up to so many charitable organizations, needy people, including of those innocent animals, who are in the danger of their life, liberating, so many animals, developing animal sanctuary. So it's unbelievable, fortunate for us to have a living guru that who live in the practice itself, that, in particular relation to what we are learning now is about offering. I think Rinpoche is one of the greatest example that not just in word, but in actual living example. Making charity and feeding a few thousands of Sangha for so many years, decades. Unbelievable effort and generosity, like that. These are just a few to name, Then when it comes about the Dharma offering and Dharma charity, that we are one of them, that receiving Rinpoche's vision, Rinpoche's blessings of his generous, reaching out with profound and complete Dharma teachings, and the platform where we all can come together and learn, like such as Dharma centers like Tupten Nurbuling, etc., like that. So yeah, so basically Rinpoche's life itself is a textbook of what means by extensive offering, and what means living in the practice of charity, so like that. So this is something that we can be so proud of ourselves, that we have such a merit, to able to meet such a guru, and to able to be connected with such a sangha environment of such a blessed blessed by such a great realized gurus like that. So now the offerings very much comes in the two categories. One is to make offerings to the triple gems, or the object of our refuge, and the divine beings and holy representations. And the second aspect of practice is to make offerings to the sentient being, the ordinary sentient beings. In particularly those who are experiencing poverty of merit, poverty of blessing, who are in the experience of sufferings, very much of those six realm sentient beings who are completely under the control of karma and delusion. So those beings are object of our offerings. So that offering, if we put in the name, is conventional name, we call it as charity. So so here Rinpoche teaching us that making charity to the sentient being of six realms. So Rinpoche says like this: think that you have received this offering through the kindness of all sentient beings. To counteract the thought that the offering belong to you, think these offerings are not mine. Then make charity of the offerings to all the hell beings, hungry ghosts, animal, human being, asuras and suras. Think that the offerings become whatever they need to achieve, both temporary and ultimate happiness. For example, the sick, the dying, the jobless, the homeless, and so forth receive whatever they desire, such as good health, a long life, wealth, power, and a good reputation. Then think that you and all other sentient beings are making this offering together, generate great happiness, that all of you are collecting infinite merit by doing so. Think that as a result, all those in the lower realms are freed from their bad rebirth and receive a good rebirth. So just is so clear. So in just pinpoint some points here. The first line, the whatever offering, whatever form of offering that we discussed in the past, to understand that you have such opportunity is due to the kindness of other sentient beings. Even of those offerings conventionally may be belonging of yours, but it's still good to have that idea that it is it is the blessing of it is the kindness of other sentient beings that you have these offerings. In actual fact, whatever goodness, whatever comfort, whatever abundantness, including of those material that we use for offerings, are very much result of merit of the past. And the merit very much created in relation to, in relation to sentient beings by engaging in the deeds of such as 10 virtuous actions, all the, virtuous actions, or such as 10 virtuous actions, including of the higher practices of such as Bodhisattva vows. All these are very much accomplished in relation to benefiting sentient beings. So because of sentient beings that exist out there, therefore we get opportunity to accumulate merit. Because of the merit, we have all this abundantness, which we can again accumulate extensive merit by making offerings and charities, and it is so beneficial of doing so, because that actualize the causes for us to, be free from the entire oceans of samsara and actualize state of full enlightenment. So like that. So, so that's one aspect. Another aspect of understanding this, thinking the offering is not belong to you, is very much, understanding in the emptiness wisdom. Try to, whenever we make offerings, the person, the practitioner, and the substance, the offering, and including the receiver, try to understand in the nature of lack of inherent existence. So in the idea of emptiness wisdom, then whatever practices we engage, including of the offerings, it becomes the purest, unstained by any contaminations. It becomes the best, and also absolute offering. And also the offering that you make, the benefit that we receive, it is absolutely sealed up to achieving the result of enlightenment. Nothing can able to interrupt, destroy, and bring limitations to the practice. So we can understand like that. Then, even though when we make charity and when we make offerings and we make charity, we do think that we make offerings to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, all the holy objects. And for sentient being, we think that we make charity the altruistic way. We think that we make charity to all the sentient beings. But it is so beneficial also to specify the object of receiver in our understanding, in our mentioning of those offerings. Makes more concentrated and more dedicated practices, that which will create a special causes. The benefit will be received by those specified sentient beings. So like such as, instead of of course we offer to all the 6 realm beings, but then specifically the offering charity to hell beings, hungry ghosts, mentioning one by one of those six realms of its beings, it will create a special impact of receiving more effectively of those benefit to those beings. So generally, whenever we make prayers, and also when we listen to dedication prayers, is very much summarized, like to all the holy beings and holy objects and all the sentient beings. But when we listen to Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche, you will always hear, after offering to all the beings, then he is specifying, mentioning a specific name of the hell being, was a specific name of the 6 realms, hell being, hungry ghosts, etc., like that. And sometimes, of course, many of you have experienced, Dharma events with Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche, and usually, goes, 24 hours or overnight. Then you know, people like myself, you know, who need sleep, you know, who cannot go longer than 1.5 hours, you know, otherwise a whole system, you know, start to become upside down. And when attending Rinpoche's, you know, teaching, then at the end, when he make dedication, you know, one by one, and sometimes we start, like me, you know, I say, why Rinpoche, you know, it's already so late, you should sum up, you know, all sentient beings, everyone is inside there, you know. Oh, I need to mention again, hell being, hungry ghosts. So, so you know, so so, but when you think carefully, then it is unbelievable Bodhisattva's conduct that Rinpoche is displaying. You know, you know, Rinpoche's concern is like so focused. You know, so therefore the benefits are like so like no way can miss out. So even though time is taking longer, but the benefit is immeasurable, you know. So these are is something that you know it's like a pit instructions that Rinpoche display out of him, you know, in relation to benefiting sentient beings, like that. You see, so like even in this text, you know, like specifically, you know, teach us to dedicate to those sick, you know, those who are going through suffering or pain, and those who are dying, you know, those who are jobless, you know, homeless, etc., etc. So the more they specify, and those individual, you know, who is more urgent than anyone else, in particularly, you are in the position to you know, to really condition for them to overcome those sufferings because of the karmic relationship that we have, like those of your family members and those of people who request prayers from you, you know, those of animals or anyone that, you know, on the way while we are walking, that we witness them, you know, why these beings comes into your perception. There's a special karmic connection, you know. So so there are so many beings that we have a special karmic connection, and specifically, you know, dedicating them, it is so powerful, you know, even though it takes longer time, but it's so powerful. So this is, I think, especially, you know, Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche's way, you know, so that we can learn. And then the like what Esther Rinpoche say here, think that you all other sentient beings are making this offering together, then always beneficial to you know, create opportunity, those helpless sentient beings, those sentient beings who have no opportunity to practice Dharma, no opportunity to create meritorious causes for them to, you know, be free from those sufferings. So we as a practitioner, you know, take opportunity for them to be part of your practice. So again, this is a truly a Bodhisattva's way, which, you know, we can adopt in our day-to-day life. Let an example. If you are traveling by, you know, like driving in the countryside in the car, and you see, you know, you see cows and sheep, you know, and immediately you think of them, you know, immediately, you know, you think of the practice of such as offerings, and you think of this particular cows and these sheep are also, you know, together they're making these offerings. You know, these are so beneficial. And the moment you think of, the moment you saw those cows, immediately recite mantras. So because of the cows are the reason for you to recite the mantra, the cow naturally, without any choice, accumulate merit in the practice of the recitation of the mantra, because they are the reason. You see, so so like that. Even in the family, there may be some that who maybe against the Dharma. There may be someone that who disagree with the Dharma, who have no interest in Dharma, even though they don't against, but no interest in Dharma. But then you as a practitioner, the impermanence of life, the preciousness of human life, preciousness of the Dharma, and you also know that by telling them they won't listen, but we don't have to feel that we are helpless, because in the Bodhisattva's conduct, in relation to like such kind of practice that we just mentioned, so you think of them and you practice. In the name of the person, you practice. In the name of your son, you practice. In the name of your mother, you practice. You see, so that way, they naturally accumulate merit. If not 100%, at least 50%. They will receive it. In particularly to those family members, because we have this karmic relationship. In the sutras emphasize that the spiritual relationship within guru and disciple, when you dedicate practice, the effectiveness is so powerful. And among the blood relation, like such as family members, or the karmically, come into relationship, like such as partner. So when you do any negative, also very how to say, very harmful, and if you perform any virtue in relation to them, also extremely powerful. You see, so usually when any friends and students who have lost their family members, or also lost their pets, so they ask what would be best thing that they can help to the deceased one. So I usually recommend you recite 1 million Om Mani Padme Hum in the name of the deceased person or the deceased animal, without designating some certain time frame. Even it may take whole life, but in the name of them you do that. So that way, as mentioned before, if not 100%, but definitely 50% of the benefit that they receive. You see, so like that. So there are numberless animals in the ocean. So you can do in your visualization, but if you have opportunity to go to the ocean and directly relating to that ocean and the beings in that ocean, and you practice, you practice of such as making offering of the entire ocean as a water offering we discussed before, on behalf of or in the name of the entire numberless fishes in the ocean, like that, and so you see, so if you go into the shopping malls, you can make your shopping most meaningful time by creating opportunity entire people in the shopping mall, by practicing and making extensive offerings. So whatever you see in the shop, you offer on behalf of that owner or that worker. You make you make so like that, and you recite mantra, prayers, aspirational prayers, on behalf of rest of the people in the shopping mall, like even that way, we can able to benefit them greatly. Then of course, those of you who have high tantric initiations, who can do the self-generation of deity, then before you go out, you do the self-generations of the deity, then you go into this busy crowd. So then you carry the attitude, Bodhisattva's attitude, that whoever see me, whoever even like touch me, or whoever, so let's say the air that touches me and then goes, pervades in that area, everyone who receive that be blessed, blessed to purify all their sufferings and causes of sufferings, and actualize, all the causes and conditions for temporary happiness, all the way up to, planting the seed of enlightenment. So all this, even in the Bodhisattva Avadacharya, teaches about that. Shantideva's way of, daily, setting attitude is to himself become like wish fulfilling jewel in, to the benefit of sentient beings. So we all can practice that way, so like that. Then another important point is, at the end of the practice, whenever we do the dedication, during that period, or at the end of any practices that you engage, like what Rinpoche say here, think that as a result, all those in the lower realms are free from their bad rebirth and receive a good rebirth. Can relate to those of the people whom you have just dedicated the practice, that in your the conviction in the ability of the triple gem and the sincerity of the practice that you have offered to them, then the interdependent nature, that they are definitely, absolutely, completely purify all those obstacles and all those limitations and actualize all those benefits. So this is a very important aspect. The more yourself convinced in that, more you establish conviction in that, the more the effective benefit the receiver will be received. So if we doubt, then the benefit limited. If we just kind of say, okay, I did my part and I don't know whether they receive benefit or not, then that also limit the benefit, you see. So the concluding part, to have that conviction is so important to any form of practices. Okay, so now I move on. Here in the text is blessing, multiplying, and making the offering. So this practice is one of the most essential practice that we can carry in all practices, especially to do with offerings. So if individual can memorize, that would be wonderful. If not, you can read carefully and take the snapshot, the meaning of these verses, and you can integrate accordingly. And especially the mantra, the cloud of offering mantra, it is so beneficial to memorize it, and you can recite, whenever possible, whenever you have the opportunity, or you can recite all the time. The benefit the Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche have mentioned in other. I think in this text also in the letter there's a benefit. I think 8 benefits are mentioned about the mantra. So usually, we recite the offering prayer, then after that cloud of mantra, then after that recite the the prayer of extensive power of truth. So these three are the thing that whatever offering that that you have arranged or imagined, then you integrate this practice. So the offering prayer says, may divine and the human offering, both actually arranged and mentally emanated, become cloud of infinite Samantabhadara's offering, fill the entire realm of space. So the divine and the human offerings, so divine offerings, all the enlightened qualities, all the celestial beauties and celestial abundantness, like such as the abundantness in the Pure Land. Then the human offerings, so entire human existence, in particularly those of beautiful mountains and beautiful oceans and beautiful flowers and fruits, etc. So both actually arranged and mentally emanated. The actual arranged one, of course, is easy, but mentally emanated, if you can conduct that in relation to, on the basis of understanding emptiness, then that would be most beneficial. When you actualize, visualize offering on the basis of emptiness, in fact, it becomes my actual, actually, what do you call, the offering actualized in actual, not just in your thought, not just imagine one, imagine something is not real, but then you imagine as real, not like that. On the basis of emptiness, when you visualize it, it become the 100% the benefit of the offering. Become cloud of finest Samantabhadaras. So become not just like one offering as a limited with the one, but it become infinite. The abundantness, like the cloud prevails, in the infinite space, which carry the infinite benefit of the nectar, like the rain, like that. So the Samantabhadara, the Bodhisattva Samantabhadara, the offering cloud, have that kind of abundantness, magnificent and infinite. So in your heart, whenever we make offering, try to expand as infinite as possible. Which is also beneficial to open our heart, and the monetary benefit wise, the more the number that you offer, the greater the benefit, isn't it? So the cloud of the offering mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Bensasara Pramadane Tadagadaya Harahati Samya Sampudaya Tayatha Om Beze Ma Beze Ma Teza Beze Ma Bia Beze Ma Buddhista Beze Ma Buddhi Medopasa Tamana Beze Sawakama Avarana Vishudana Beze Soha. So usually you recite 3 times, but there's no like fixed number, so you can recite hundreds of times like that. So the benefit, Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche said that this mantra is not only for blessing, it also has the power to multiply the offerings just by reciting that mantra. There are numberless Buddhas, and by reciting this mantra, each Buddha receives skies of offerings. So that's why it is called the mantra of cloud of offering. The mantra has 2 functions, blessing and increasing. Especially, it is so beneficial to adopt this mantra in the practice, because our thinking always has a limitation. Limitations by the conceptual distractions, limitations due to grasping, the inherent graspings, then limitation in even the expenses of the number. So therefore, in order to receive the maximum benefit, then if we memorize this mantra and each time, at least recite this mantra, the mantra will do the job for you, So I continue reading what Rinpoche says. There are 8 benefits of reciting the mantra explained in the Buddha's teaching, the Kanjur. The first benefit, the minute you remember this mantra, you gain the benefit of having made offering to all the Buddhas abiding in the 10 directions with equal number of the atom in the sand grain of the Pacific Ocean. So Rinpoche said, can you imagine? It means that whether you offer just one stick of incense, one light offering, one piece of fruit, or one biscuit, you get the benefit of offering to all these Buddhas. And not just to as many Buddhas as there are grain of sand in the Pacific Ocean, but as many Buddhas as there are atom in all of this grain of sand. That means you gain unimaginable, inconceivable merit. And by doing so, you create that many causes of enlightenment. And by the way, liberation from samsara, happiness of future lives, and so on. Second benefit, you get the benefit of having prostrated to holy feet of all those Buddhas. You can see that the benefit of this mantra are beyond our imagination. So it is also a prostration mantra. By reciting it, it's equal as you made the prostration. Third, you receive the benefit of having made offering of flower, incense, garlands of the flower, ornament, Dharma robes, ointments and Dharma robes, umbrella, banners, flags, animals, sitting clothes, divine dress, food, various ornaments, and so forth to all Buddhas abiding in 10 directions, as described above. Fourth, before going to the fourth, here you see, so ornaments, whatever ornament that you wear, I think especially for the ladies are so fortunate, you have this, most of the ladies, have an interest of wearing so many beautiful earrings, and I think more than the men, I think, sure, the men mostly is, I think, glasses and the watch, I think, nothing much. So the ladies, is like you carry this unbelievable wish-fulfilling gem, this precious human, human body, where naturally, it really has a special, how to say, adorning with those beautiful ornaments, and not only one ornament. And I think ladies, they prefer many ornaments, many different types and designs and brands of earrings, colors, and this is so fortunate for the ladies, to have that kind of interest, and especially those who know the practice. Oh wow, you are the most luckiest one. So you can buy more, don't have to worry about getting more, usually in one aspect, Dharma teaches, limited gathering things, isn't it? Be more renounced about things. But then when it comes to, such kind of practices, when you adopt this kind of practices, and I think you may need to build a new wardrobe of dresses and a new, what do you call the new boxes to put the earrings and your what do you call the finger rings, and so wonderful, isn't it? So so now that the husbands, I mean, those who have husbands, partners, so, you have such a precious opportunity to accumulate abundance of merit by offering gifts of ornaments to your partners. Unbelievable, unbelievable. In relation to this practice, wow, 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 wow. Especially you have a partner there who want more ornaments. You just take the opportunity. Yeah. So like that. Anyway, this is just yes, yeah. It's like that. So don't stress up. Getting more ornaments. Yes. And get more, even better one, more beautiful, more colorful, more design, in the practice. Otherwise, if you don't practice, then also we have to be careful because it exhausts the karma, then also occupy so many space, so then also spend so much money, it's also quite meaningless, But when you integrate this practice, then, no limit. Okay. Then the fourth benefit, you are free from all negative karma. It becomes great purification, you see. So when you integrate this mantra, it purifies the impurity. So you see, when you buy things, like such as ornament I just mentioned, some of those ornaments, who knows, maybe it can be the products may be accumulated through wrong livelihoods, such as part of weapons, part of certain, like let's say even like a diamond. Sometimes when we learn about how the diamonds are actualized with causing life of others, and there's so much negative side of there also. So if those substances are obtained in such a way, then these objects are called obtained through wrong livelihood. May not be your own wrong livelihood, but the substance carried that negative contamination. So when you keep that, when you have that, those of objects, it doesn't benefit you. Rather, it harms you. It contaminates you to your karma, as well as also your aggregates. You see, there are cases that even holy objects like statues and even paintings are obtained through wrong livelihood, and practitioner owning it, in some cases create a condition to cause sicknesses. I remember there's one lady in Singapore a long time ago, going through some cancer. She's experiencing cancer. So I visited her house, and there's on the walk up to the staircase, and the second floor. Yeah, there's a nice island table, and put a reclining Buddha's, I think from wood, reclining Buddha's statue there. Of course, it's Buddha statue. You have a different kind of feeling, but at the same time, I felt something is not right. I felt something is not right, and immediately, thought of maybe this statue may be obtained through wrong livelihood, like such as maybe steal from temple, etc. So, and I kind of doubt there's some link of her sickness to obtaining of this object. So I start to ask them where you obtain this object, and I say, if possible, you return back to, they say they bought from the shop. So I say, you return back, even you don't get the money back, it's okay, you return back. So later they investigated where this object coming from, but it was actually belonged to one temple, and it's kind of like a steel object, and the protectors, still own in the holy object, and those business people, they just kind of possess them and sell, and that's how the contamination was spread. So that's what I mean. That's why this mantra is so beneficial. Like even when we buy holy objects, statues and paintings, or even any of the ordinary things, like even furniture, even a carpet, you can just recite this mantra, and naturally will purify any impurity. But at the same time, you actualize all these things that comes in your house as offering to the Buddhas, as offering to the sentient being, charity to the sentient being. Start with your family member, so that all these things comes in your house, become a conducive, blessed object that which will bring peace and happiness and blessing to you, isn't it? Like that. So this mantra is very powerful in purification. You see, and also yourself. Sometime we visit places where they had crimes, places where they had a lot of negatives, dealing of negative substances, where they cause life of others, killings, etc., etc. Our aggregates can be very sensitive, because it's all about energy. Definitely there's positive energy and negative energy out there also, and so you see, so we are so easy to get attracted with those energy. So and if we don't purify them, it can be harmful. So just offer your body, speech, and mind in the service of Buddha, or body, speech, and mind as a wish-fulfilling gem to the sentient being, and recite this mantra. You see, there are practices, as I mentioned in last time, that you can offer your body, speech, and mind in the mandala offering, isn't it? So similar way, you offer your body, speech, and mind as a service to the Buddha, service to the Guru, and as a service to the sentient beings' well-being. So then, with that thought, then you recite this mantra. You can recite this mantra. So you purify all negativities. At the same time, you actualize, bless your body, speech, and mind. You see. So I think, all the Dharma, whether it's Sutra or Tantra, everything, we have to find way to integrate in our ordinary life. Dharma cannot be separated from our way of life. You see, if we are able to bring all the Dharma as a tool to way of life, then wonderful. Not only beneficial for enlightenment, right here, right then, it is so beneficial. You see, yeah, like that. Otherwise, it becomes like a Dharma in the bookshelf, in the altar, and you are somewhere, somewhere totally neglected with the Dharma. Then not much benefit, isn't it? So now the fifth benefit, you gain all the merits. You see, can you imagine just making, just with the power of this mantra, your body, speech, and mind, not only serviceable one time, but serviceable numberless time. And not only offering one time, it becomes numberless offerings to the Buddhas. Not only offering to one Buddha, but offer to the numberless Buddhas. You see, so this mantra take good care of all of this. So it is like so yummy, like you must always eat this, have this. Yeah. So like that, almost like don't want to touch any other practices, just this mantra like that. So the number 6, it says, you will see all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and they will give you breath. This means that because of all these merits and purifications, sooner or later you will able to see all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and they will liberate you. You see, it creates the causes for us to be born in the Pure Land. It creates the causes for us to quickly actualize the path. When we actualize the path, we just even actualizing the path of merit from the 5 paths. We have this ability to go and receive teaching, directly from the Buddhas through 100 emanations of your own bodies. You can just kind of like magic. You go into 100 different places, simultaneously and receive teaching directly from Buddha. Unbelievable. So all these are comes from the merit, where even with this mantra, give that opportunity. You see, so much benefit like that. Then the 7 is you will be protected by Nagas, Devas, Nejin, the Hamjiva, the smell eaters, Asuras, Garudas, Miyamchi, Dorje Chembo, Vajapani, the owner of the cigarette, and the 4 gardens. They will always stay by you, protect you, and guide you. If others try to inflict harm, they will hide you from that. So there's, as I mentioned before, when you recite this mantra, then wherever you go, even contaminated places, you have no worries of contaminations. You see, so I don't know how effective for during COVID time. So maybe this mantra, maybe we can use for the COVID time. So anyway, I'm not medical expert, so I cannot be too big mouth about that. So anyway, but definitely, it's COVID also is a play of karma, isn't it? So I'm sure whoever be serious about practicing of this mantra, then I think we create so many positive conditions to get protected from all those harms. So definitely, So I'm not just joking. It definitely will help, but also should carry the mass together, wear properly, like that, So otherwise, I carry this, the Samantha Bhadra cloud offering mantra, and no need to wear mask. You violate all the science and medicine, then you're creating the another karma, isn't it? So again, Dharma is interdependent rising. Dharma is so practical, so relevant. So we really have to harmonize with relative truth. So that is all about emptiness too, isn't it? Then you see, we talks about the importance of protectors. We do protector pujas, protector practices. And also, commonly understanding that any being comes with both the evil and the protectors. You see, and in many cases, even immediately after you are born, astrologically you can define what kind of birth protector that you have. So so we need to create the basis where these good protectors, the Dharma protectors, the elemental protectors, like even here what Rinpoche mentioned about like Vajapani, etc., that always guard us, protect us. So we need to create causes for that. So practicing this mantra, create the causes for that. And 8, when you die, your consciousness will transfer from this world to Amitabha Buddha Pure Land, the blissful realm. So you see, so this mantra also acts as a power practice, transferring your consciousness. So can you imagine in lifetime that you always integrate this mantra. So when we are passing away, if you remember this mantra, if you're able to, you chant. If not, at least remember this mantra. This will bring the benefit of taking care of your journey of your consciousness to Pure Land. How amazing is this? Unbelievable. You see, so it's also as like a power practice. Then Rinpoche says, I often recite this mantra. I even try to recite it before eating, although it is not commonly recited as a food offering prayer. After the food is blessed using the High Sugi Tantra blessing, I try to recite this mantra. So this is again something that we can adopt, after whatever prayers that you want to do for food offering, drink offerings, and you can recite this mantra. Best if you can recite the the initial verse, then the mantra, then the conclusion verse, the power of truth. 1 time, 3 times, or whatever, So Rinpoche does practice this, and this is, again, so that the food and the drink, can bless to be like a medicine, nectar, healing, purification to ourselves, then, instead of consuming the merits of the past by eating so much, drinking so much, but rather here you accumulate so much merit of eating and drinking, like that, So then, you see, if there's so much enlightened benefit, eating, then no need to worry too much about, expanding your body because you eat too much, too much this and that, you really can enjoy, food and drinks, with these practices like that, okay? So this is the benefits. Now I will recite the power of the truth, the prayer here. It says, by the power of truth of the 3 rare sublime ones, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, the blessing of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, all the Buddhas of the past, present, all the Buddhas, like such as the 1,000 fortunate Buddhas, like Guru Shakyamuni Buddha, like Medicine Buddha, like Taras, 3 long life deities, etc. The Bodhisattvas, like 8 Bodhisattvas, Bodhisattva Manjushri, Bodhisattva Chenrezig, Bodhisattva Japani, Bodhisattva Samsambhadra, etc. And the great well of the complete 2 type of merit, great well of the 2 type of merit, merit of wisdom, merit of method, merit of bodhicitta. Then the pure and inconceivable sphere of phenomena, which is meaning the wisdom of emptiness. May this pile of cloud of offering arising through transformation by the Bodhisattva Aya Samandabhadra, especially with the Bodhisattva Aya Samandabhadras, the cloud of blessing offering, which bring about the most purest and most abundant offering, Samandabhadra, Manjushri, and so forth, unimaginable and inexhaustible, so much that equaling the sky arise in the presence of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 direction be received. So this is it. So in fact, this power of truth, the prayer also can be understood as a meaning of the mantra, that the earlier mantra. Then after that, making offerings to all different, holy objects. So again, this is, especially, Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche, in his practice, he specified, specifically mentioned these holy places and holy objects and make specific offerings. So I think this is something that, we can adopt, is so beneficial. So I will read through it. Making the offerings. Make offering to all holy objects, visualizing them as manifestations of your own root guru, who is one with all your other gurus. Since your root guru is the most powerful object in the merit field, you accumulate the most extensive merit by offering in this way. So here in particularly, the point is integrate all these offering practices as a guru yoga practice. If you do that, then the merit will be even greater than all the greatest merit that we have discussed before. Because then the benefit that we receive, the impact of the realization on the stages of the path, including enlightenment, will be most effective and sweetest way we can actualize, because the guru is the nearest channel that we can receive all the blessings of the Buddha. The guru is the root of all the paths and all the benefits of all the benefits up to enlightenment. So guru is the only the source that we can able to link to all the Buddha's blessings. You see, so therefore, whenever we think of the holy beings and holy object, always understand they are the embodiment of your root guru. So here, when we talk about root guru can be understood in a few different ways. One of the way that I can understand is the guru that who impacted the most to your spiritual inspiration, or the guru that who directly causing you to actualize the realization. If it's a tantra, then the tantric realization of the two stages, generation completion stage. So there are many relevant examples, like such as Milarepa and Marpa, such as Naropa and Telopa, such as Lama Tsongkhapa and Manjushri, or Lama Tsongkhapa and Manjushri, like that. So there are many examples, like Geshe Zopa to Adisha, like Adisha to his 507 gurus, that regarding Lama Silingba as his root guru, so it's not defined by how qualified them, not defined by who is first came into your life, or not defined by how many teaching that you have received from. It's very much a root guru is defined by the impact that you have actualized. First, if you can make the judgment on the realization, then you make the judgment on the basis of realization. If you can't make a judgment in that way, then at least make a judgment on the basis of the inspiration that you receive, the sustainability of your practice that you carry. Who made the most inspiration on that? So like that. So that's your root guru. Or in another way of understanding is root guru, whose kindness in 3 times, and whose kindness in 3 ways. Whose kindness in 3 times, meaning that who been kind now, during the human lifetime, that who's giving all the necessary teachings. Then who's also guiding you at the time of death, like such as the Guru Yoga itself becoming the Pova at the time of death, or Guru is being the present to really offering Pova to you, or that Guru's instruction is the the concentration that you carry at the time of death, and that make you actualize the Dharmakaya, or the realization on the clear light there. Then the Guru that who also benefit after death, like intermediate state and the future lifetimes. So Guru's kindness in 3 times, and Guru's kindness in 3 ways. Who give you vows, who giving you vows and precepts, vows like monastic vows, vows like refuge, 5-day vows, Buddhist vows, tantric vows. Then give you transmissions, such as transmissions of explanation of the text, and the oral transmissions of the text, the teachings, and initiating all the way up to the high secret tantric deity initiations. So who have granted all this all together, then that guru can be also regarded as your guru. So the most common way, and anyone can relate, even those who have not yet received the tantric initiation, is someone that who is the greatest inspiration in your practice. So now whenever you visualize the merit field of your offering, then you regard that statue, that picture, that holy place, or that person as embodiment of that your root guru, and as well as embodiment of all the other your all your other lineage gurus, like our lineage gurus, all the great Kadama masters, all the 17 pandits, our lineage gurus, all the lineage master that we see in the profound Dharma, profound Dharma, all the way to Manjushri is our lineage guru, all the extensive Dharma, that we see the lineage master all the way up to the Maitreya Buddha, So all these are our lineage guru. So you see this holy object embodiment of all of them, So on the basis of that, then you offer the offerings. So that's the most extensive way of practice, most powerful way of practice. So Rinpoche quoted here in this text, the 5 stage, Seva Nagarjuna says, abandon making other offerings and strive purely to make offering only to your guru. By pleasing your guru, you will achieve the sublime wisdom of the omniscient mind. So it's very clear here. Abandon making other offerings, meaning that it doesn't mean that you don't make other offerings. Here, meaning that make sure that you make those most extensive offerings, the maximum, the beneficial offerings. Then strive purely to make offering to your guru doesn't mean that you don't make offering to other holy objects, other beings. Meaning that try to integrate, as mentioned before, always integrate Guru Yoga practice when you practice the offerings. By pleasing your guru, you will achieve the sublime wisdom of omniscient mind. So that's the benefit. Then the next text, the Rinpoche quoted here, the root tantric text, Sambuddha, Guru Vajradhara said, therefore, the merit of making offering to just one po of a spiritual master are more sublime than all the merit making offering to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of 10 directions. So the essence. So I think we don't have much time, so I will just point out the essence. Here, the po of guru, very important. You see, the po of the guru is can be understood like those student of your guru, including even the pets of your guru. No question about the student of your guru, even the pets of your guru. When you make a gift, when you make an offering, when you feed a food to even the pets of your guru, the merit you accumulate is much more than making offering to the 10 direction Buddhas. You see, so that much power that carries the practice of Guru Yoga. You see, then no question about offering to Guru. Offering. The best offering is offering of realization. You practice the teaching, and you actually realize that's the number one offering. Otherwise, at least you live in the practice as according with the Guru's advice. Then the more minor offerings, making offerings of material gifts or offering of service, to Guru's works, like that. So very, very beneficial. So I continue to read. As you make an offering, place your hand in the prostration mudra at your heart and think that you are also prostrating. Make the offering at many times each time. Think, having received the offering, my Guru experienced great bliss. Complete the offerings. So whenever you make offering, it's beneficial to put your palm together like this. Palm together like this, and your thumb to be put inside in your palm. So even the two thumb putting inside represent the offering of wish fulfilling jewel. So this is a mudra of prostration, and also putting two thumb together is the representation of making offerings of jewels like that. You see, so then at the same time you're making prostrations. Then you also understand that Guru receive without any doubt. Then receive the best offering of the great bliss. So it's all this beneficial to think like that. So now to the holy object in the place where you are, I prostrate and make all this offering, both real and emanate, all the holy objects, every thanga, statue, stupa, scripture, sachas, relics, and prayer wheels here in this place, and seeing them as inseparable from my Guru, who is with all my other gurus. My Guru experienced that great bliss. So you see, so wherever you go, or whichever holy object that you are making offering, then you should regard, those are inseparable from your guru. Okay, and receive the blissful offerings. Then to the holy object and your guru in the country where you are, then you also make offering. I prostrate and make all this offering, both real and emanated, to all the holy object in the country, including those in all the FMT centers, students, homes, and all of my guru in this country, by seeing them as inseparable from my own root guru. May guru experience great bliss. Mm, mm. So specifically, wherever you are in the country, if the guru is there, then you when you make the offering, think of them. If not, then like guru's mandala, like the centers, are the guru's mandala, and all the holy object there, and also the teachers there who represent the guru, and the sangha there who represent the guru. You think of them, and you're making offering to them, and they are, seeing them as inseparable from your guru. Then also, as a FPMD student, then all the holy object in all the FPMD centers, you can think of them. You are making offering, and especially in Rinpoche's, mandalas, like in Nepal, in America. There's so many holy objects and so many offerings are there, and you can also think that you are making, all those offerings too. Then to the holy object and your guru in India, I prostrate and make all these offerings, both real and imagined, to the holy object in India, including the state of statues of Guru Shakyamuni Buddha in Bodh Gaya, where the 1,000 Buddha of the fortunate eon will descend, and to all my gurus in India, including of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, by seeing them as inseparable from my guru experienced great. So this is extremely important. You see, in India, especially, in the whole universe, comparing in India is so blessed. All the 1,000 fortunate Buddha have chosen to display the 12 deeds, including of the enlightened deeds. You see, so therefore, so blessed. So the like Bodh Gaya is a place where all the 1,000 fortunate Buddha will come there and display the enlightened deeds. So whenever you make offering, you think of them, and you also think of all those holy places and make offerings. Possible, good to remember, those different holy places where Buddha displayed the different 12 deeds or 4 major deeds. And best, you have made the pilgrimage. If not, at least, study, then try to present yourself there and making offerings, and seeing all those holy places and holy deeds, the deeds of your guru, and holy places of your guru, and all those Buddhas are inseparable from your guru, like that. And also specifically, those our lineage gurus like His Holiness Dalai Lama and all the holy lineage gurus that who reside in India, and many of the gurus that who come in contact with us. Initially, many of them may be from Tibet, but most of them, they traveled to India, settled in India, then from India came to the West. So, there's a special link there. So it's, so it is so special that Rinpoche specified this, it is so wonderful, beneficial for us to integrate these practices. And to the holy object in Tibet, I prostrate and make all this offering, both the real and imagined, to the holy object in Tibet, including of the Cho Rinpoche statue in Lhasa that was blessed by Guru Shakyamuni Buddha himself, and by seeing them inseparable from your guru, may guru experience great bliss in Tibet, all the Kadamba masters, holy places, Milarepa's holy places, Marpa's holy places, all these great Sakya, great Nyingma, great Kagyu's holy places, all the Lama Tsongkhapa's, holy places, most precious teaching that we have. Lamrim, the gradual path to enlightenment, the sutra, the Lamrim, gradual path to enlightenment, the tantra, the great Ngagrim Chemo, all these teachings and the Lojong teachings, all are composed many of them, the Kadamba masters, they are composed in Tibet, you see. So again, possible, make pilgrimage. If not, at least study them. Then you similarly as mentioned before, you make all those offering practices and seeing them as inseparable from your guru, like that, your guru. Especially the Cho Shakyamuni Buddha statue in Chogang Temple, Buddha himself blessed that. Then great Lama Tsongkhapa, our most precious, lineage guru, adorned with this precious ornament, to Shakyamuni Buddha statue. All this ornament that Shakyamuni Buddha statue in the Jogang is Lama Tsongkhapa is the one who did that. So there's a special connection, to think of them. Then yourself also, engage in the similar footstep of the past gurus, like such as Lama Tsongkhapa, make such offering. May I too, you make the offerings like that. Then to the holy object and your gurus in Nepal, I prostrate and make all these offerings, both the real and eminent holy object in Nepal, including Bodhana Stupa and Swambhu Stupa and all my gurus in Nepal, by seeing them as inseparable from my own guru. My guru experienced a great place. And Nepal is a very, very special, very, very special, again, it's a very unique place, comparing to around the world. Many tantric lineages that comes in Nepal, like such as one of the high sugar tantric deity yoga practice, the most suitable or the cheapest, in the high sugar tantric deities part, the Mata Tantra, the Heruka, the Vajrayogini, the Vajrayogini's practice. The lineage practices, very much that you can find in Nepal, like such as Vajrayogini holy place in Parping, where the two Pamdingpa brothers have achieved the Vajrayogini Pure Land. Then the Yametaka's holy place, also near on the way to Paping, you can see that, and many great Masidas holy places. Then no question about this one of the most important practice that we integrate, the fasting retreat, like Nyungne practice. The Gelong Mapam was also born in Nepal, where she have actualized Compassionate Buddha's enlightenment, which is also on the way to Paping, that you can visit those places. Then Guru Shakyamuni Buddha was born in Nepal, in Lumbini. So then there are Heruka, Heruka. Among the 8 great Heruka Pure Land, you can find, in India, in Nepal, there are holy places of Heruka there where great holy beings, like even our lineage guru, they see the entire Heruka mandala above their head. Such kind of holy places that exist in Nepal. Then no question about the Swambhu Stupa, where all the 4 earlier fortunate Buddhas came to consecrate, that holy inborn stupa of Swambhu Stupa. The stupa came to existence even before the valley was formed. Then including of the holy place where Buddha, landed, the Langda Lungden, the hill of elephant, the Langda Lungden, where Buddha landed there and came to bless. You see, so like that. Then you see the Swambhu Stupa, the whole mountain. Those purified, those who has the wisdom eye, they see not an ordinary mountain. The entire mountain is stacked with the Panchaparamita Sutra. You see, like even like Trijang Dorje Chang, even my late gurus, for them they're not there to climb up because they see the whole mountain is stacked of Panchaparamita Sutra, and the crystal inborn stupa is right in the middle, like that. Unbelievable holy place. And the Bodha Stupa, where the root of the preserver of the Tibetan Buddhism, like Guru Pema Sambhava and Chandarakshita, all this, even the tradition of the Vinaya precept came from Tibet. Then the tantric, treatise in Tibet, very much, started from there. The mother who built the stupa, and the son and the helper, the cows, everyone, at the conclusion of the stupa, they make prayer to be born as the preserver of Dharma. Then they reincarnate as a Guru Pema Sambhava, Chandarakshita, etc., like that. It's really truly a wish fulfilling stupa, Buddha stupa. So many. Then Buddha's previous life, who display the deeds of the Bodhisattva, the great-hearted, who make the charity of his own body to the 5 Tigers family, who are the previous reincarnation of the first 5 disciples of the Buddha's will turning of the Four Noble Truths, all in Nepal. Unbelievable. These are just a few to name. Must go for pilgrimage. Then if not, at least study them and then make all this offering practice like that. Unbelievable. So my time is finishing. I'm saturating with many things, so I just try to read quickly, okay? Now to the holy object and your guru in all the other Buddhist countries, I prostrate and make these offerings, both the real and eminent, and all the holy objects and all my gurus in other Buddhist countries, such as Thailand, Taiwan, Myanmar, by seeing them inseparable from my own guru. My guru experienced great place. Oh, Thailand, Indonesia, Indonesia, the Buddhist Bodhicitta lineage, the Lama Atisha's main, the root guru, Lama Selingpa, reside in Indonesia, where there's the land of Selingpa, including Borobudur. There's so many holy places for us to visit. I see. So in future time, all the holiday plan for pilgrimage. Then Thailand, Thailand, Sri Lanka, unbelievable. There's so many holy relics are there. Holy places are there, like that. Then to the holy objects of your guru in the rest of the world, like in America, such as the Vajrapani Institute, isn't it, where Lama Yeshe's holy body was cremated. Whenever I visit there, I visit there as a pilgrimage. I visit there as a pilgrimage, to visit the one of the holy place, where Lama Yeshe's relics, emerge into the Mother Nature, the earth, So then all the centers where Lama Yeshe visited, Lama Zopa Rinpoche visited, his Holiness visited, all your gurus have visited, not just like kind of like just a center like that, It's really like I usually regard as like pilgrimage. Then take all the opportunity of practices that are mentioned here. Then also the Sanghas, okay, now I will just read the title, okay? To the Buddhas and Dharma and Sangha in the 10 directions. 10 directions, you see. Sometimes we some people say, I feel bored. I feel bored of, don't know what to do, etc. For Dharma practitioner, just think of the 10 direction Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and the Sanghas, both ultimate and conventional Sanghas, like even whole day after day, you think also, not enough time to think about them, to expand your thinking about them, you see. So then you think of them, then you make offerings like that, especially, the Sanghas of the same mandala, like those Sanghas, who received the Sangha vow, those conventional Sanghas who received the vows from our gurus, who are in the mandala, then they are the greatest opportunity for us to practice most extensive practice of offerings, as mentioned before, making offering to the poles of the Sangha is greater than making offering to the numberless Buddhas of the 10 direction, isn't it? So we have Sanghas, so different center have, Sanghas, monks and nuns. And this is, they are the wish fulfilling jewel in relation to that we can make offering. They are the object of offering because they carry the vows. They carry the vows. And the vows that, those fully ordained one, the equal vow as what Buddha carried the vow. So Buddha, the highest vow is the, fully ordination vow. And the Sangha, they carry the same vows, you see. So because of that, they are object of our offerings, object of our respect, object of our praise, object of our treasure, like that. So great opportunity, everyone, new and the seniors, especially for our lay community, it's so fortunate to have a Sangha in your center, Sangha in your city. Even one is, that represent your Guru, that represent the Buddha, that represent the Dharma, that represent the ultimate Sangha. So that is the object where we can relate to care for them, even like making offerings of meals, clothes, there are travel expenses for receiving Dharma teachings. When they travel, they want to go for pilgrimage, they want to go for Dharma teachings, because Sangha's life is to live, receiving teaching and cultivating retreats and doing pilgrimage. All these are the one of the major practice of the Sangha, continue to study. So, supporting them, even it can be, it's not about the amount, it's about the purpose and the reason. By understanding even 1 cent, you support them, you are supporting your Guru, and the merit we accumulate as equal as offering made to the Guru, then Sanghas are the reason of preservation of the Dharma, based on the Vinaya Sutra. Whether there is existence of Dharma or not, it's dependent on whether there's existence of Vinaya vow or not. Whether there's existence of Vinaya vow or not is whether there's existence of the Sangha or not. You see, so if there's a Sangha, there is a Vinaya vow, means there's a Dharma. If there's no Sangha, then it's a questionable, you see. So therefore, unbelievable, extremely lucky for us to have even one Sangha, you see, and we have to find every single way to create condition for them to preserve the vow, because there are so many, who's also disturbing, which is so sad, which is so sad. And it is a great loss for Dharma, great loss for, our opportunity to create merits. And you see, so there are many Sanghas that, sometimes they, especially in the West, it's not easy. In the Himalayas, in Nepal, India, the community will take care of them. But in the West, most of the Sangha, they have to survive by themselves. So if the same community practitioner don't support them, it's almost like, where to go, isn't it? You see, so the Sangha community, I always believe, which I also try to do my best, like when I get opportunity to take care of monastery and nunnery, the most important, whole life, as long as they practice, they live in the vow, as long as they live in the vow, then your food is taken care by me. Your shelter is taken care by me. Your clothes is taken care by me. Even in case, then if you are sick, you're taken care by me. Or if you pass away, your last ritual, you take care by me. And if you are good enough, you want to reincarnate, even the reincarnation, I will take care of you. So, so like that, that kind of, I mentioned this, when I was in charge of the monastery and nunnery in the Himalaya, I told the monks and nuns like that. I say, for you just, most important, preserve the vow. On top of that, if you can study, be a scholar, great study. Or if you're interested in retreat, do retreat. If you are not interested in retreat, if you are not interested in study, if you want to, if you enjoy in cooking, you go and cook, but don't give up the vow. You see, So whatever chore you do, as long as you keep the vow, your purpose is fulfilled. You see, but we need to provide that condition. Okay, so we need to provide that. So in the West, it's so important, so we can learn from this. Okay, so there are so many. So I think I have to stop here. You have a next session, isn't it? You have a next session?
Geshe Zopa, the next session with you is in March.
No, you have a next session for your center now?
Oh, yes, at 9 o'clock in 20 minutes.
In 20 minutes. So give me 5 more minutes, okay?
You got it.
I'm being very greedy. Okay. Rest of the world, the Buddha Dharma Sangha. Yes, the Sangha, yes. Then also, you see, in Sangha, monks and nuns, many newcomers, they're still newcomers, they're ordinary, so there are few type of Sanghas. Some are, they're already arhat, they're already enlightened, and they choose to reborn into human body, and for the inspiration of others and also the preservation of Dharma, then they choose to become a monk or nun, even though they show ordinary aspect. And there are there are sanghas that who is not arhat yet, but who has so much merit, made so much aspiration in the past, then they meet the condition to become sangha. So these two type of sangha, we don't have to worry. They are stable. They are stable. Whatever distractions comes around them, no problem. They will be stable. But then there are other type of sangha that some are the family is Buddhist family, like which happen many in the Himalayas. Then there are kind of rule. One of the child to be sangha, or you are asked to become a sangha or monk or nun. Then sometime. When they're young, they're okay. Then after that, they become teenage. Then they start to, the hormone and the distraction. Then they start to change their mind. Then there's another type of sangha is who are unable to take care by the lay community. The naughtiest one. The naughtiest kids, naughtiest men and women. Who cannot, handle in the school, in the society. So they thought better become monk and nun, because monastery nunnery, the monastery rule and regulation is very strict. Like 24-hour watched over you by so many different teachers. So they thought if I send to monastery, I think he or she will be okay. So the latter two category of monks and nuns. It really require a conducive environment. So from the lay society, when we relate to them, we have to be very careful. The way how we talk to them, the way how we express our feeling and our presentation of even our look, even the clothes. If you comes with bit what you call bit how to say like kind of like a bit sexy, but then the monk can danger, they can maybe I should let go of the monk's robes, or for the man, in front of the nun, you kind of like kind of heroic, try to so this I have to be careful. So so the best way is whenever we relate to monks and nuns, always physically, verbally, we try not to make a casual, normal, ordinary jokes, funny jokes, so we try to always kind of like really see them like the Buddha's manifestation, see them the Buddha's representation, Guru's representation, even how tiny, how naughty the monks and nuns may be. But from your side, you see them that, and physically offer a gesture of respect, always like kind of like not directly hugging them, not directly handshaking them, like always do a prostration like that. Then verbally always like venerable, even how little the monk may be, not like you are so cute, then you rub your bald head or like that. I feel when it comes to desire, when it comes to delusion, doesn't matter how old you are, how little you are, same, you see there it's the danger of a trigger there. You see, so always like kind of like use the how way you communicate to the sangha. Then physically always like how sangha should be be their position and you should be your position. I usually advise this if the students go for pilgrimage to Nepal and India, first thing I tell them like this, you see, so that way you create the environment, the sanghas to kind of compose, you see. So I'm saying this is very simple thing, but then sometimes we talk very big part, but then this small part, kind of get leakage, and especially in today's time, there's so many, they are very difficult to, get inspired to new sanghas, and even, the sanghas are, giving up ropes like that. So we all have to come together to protect them, serve them, take care of them like that. Okay, so I stop here. Thank you very much. So the rest of the text is very clear. So please, you can read and something like that. Thank you. Yeah,
Geshe,
so
may we offer a Thanksgiving mandala?
Okay, so we do the short one.
Mary, can you?
Saji Beji Joshin Mendo Dam Relation in the Jamba de Sanje Shindo Mide Buwa Dogun Namda Shinla Shubarai Sho Ye Dam Gororana Mandala Kamneya Daya Mi. Yeah, so we dedicate like what is in the text here, what Rinpoche have dedicated, so we dedicate that way. Due to all the past, present, future merit collected by me and all the merit 3 times collected by numberless Buddhas and numberless sentient beings, may bodhicitta be generated in the heart of all the sentient beings in the 6 realms, and especially in the heart of every body in this world, including all the students, benefactors, volunteers in the FPMD organization. May it be generated in the heart of all those who rely upon me, all those for whom I have promised to pray, and all those whose name have been given to me. May it be generated in my heart, in the heart of all my family members, those who are living and those who have died. May the bodhicitta that has already been generated and increase. Yeah, then also dedicate in emptiness. So understand that ourself, the merit, and the object we dedicate all lies in the nature of emptiness. Then also dedicate for the long life of His Holiness Dalai Lama, Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche, all the holy gurus. O Jawa de Nyudo Lama Sanje Dubjane Dowa Chigamalo de Sala Gobara Sho Karera Bekove Shinga de Pena de Wamale Juene Chere Sewan Tenzi Jado Shabe Site Padu Tenjushi. Tozo Jaje Jango Jabe de Jobe Kojo Doba Choso Govele Metudo Bataso de Jimpondo Sha de Sho Pamasin Tamje de Yuchingro Tamje Tado Dowa the Chenjo Simba Kana Sojo. The Dagunje Molam Dub Juro JSM Geneva Chinyabanu, the Taju Judovene, Mother Batado Ju, Never Show. Jabe Bawa Jita Jambada Kudo Zambo de Ati, the Dagunje Sotalo Jawa, the Tatam Jero, to Chepe Jawa Tam Jemo, Kanachudo, but Daji Jeve, Sawa de Kunja Sambo Chichi, Abdo Mo, better so we could be chin over the Sinjero, Sambo Chichin. Tashi. Okay, thank you very much. Sorry, I was unable to go detail based on the text. Yeah, so, but rough idea, I think we complete. Thank you.